Welcome to Nice TV Fortune Express. I'm Visna, your host for today's program. Fortune Express launches the Innovation and Startup Entrepreneurship Special Series. Cambodia, Southeast Asia, Myanmar, Thailand, Beijing, China, and China's Greater Bay Area, Hong Kong and Shenzhen. Fortune Express has visited the Science and Technology Industrial Park, co-working office spaces, and business incubators and reported on the environment of the innovation and startup entrepreneurship. Co-working space is a new emerging trend in Southeast Asia innovation and startup environment. It is also popular among the Cambodian freelancer, entrepreneurs, startup company, and small businesses. Co-working space is not only a shared office, but also like a new community of like-minded entrepreneurs and young businessmen. It provides a great opportunity to learn, to develop, and to communicate. Today, Fortune Express launches the first episode of the Innovation and Startup Entrepreneurship series, Innovation and Startup Entrepreneurship in Phnom Penh. We are going to focus on the largest co-working space factory in Phnom Penh and interview Mr. Ben Lee, the Executive Director of Urban Village. We are also going to have an interview with Mr. Kim Norith, the co-founder of the Cambodian Local Co-working Space startup company. The desk. How did factory change into the largest creative factory from an abundant government factory? How did the desk develop the business from Cambodia to Southeast Asia? How does co-working space promote the development of Cambodian startups? The once abandoned garment factory in the south of Phnom Penh was the production base of a well-known brand, Levi. Now it has become a creative co-working space. Cambodian young startup and startup from Hong Kong, Thailand, European countries all come to co-working spaces to seek inspiration. How did the factory do it?
Firstly, I would like to thank you, Nice TV, give us a chance to do this presentation. Let me have a brief introduction of myself. I'm Ben. This is another executive director, Catherine. We are the executive directors of the factories and Urban Village. Basically, we have the place that you see here actually was a Levi's and Speedo's garment factory. This area is almost 8 hectares, 80,000 square meters. Before, as I said, it was a garment factory, Levi's jeans. Actually, in 2012, nearly 60% of the Levi's jeans over the world supplied by this factory. Yes. Almost 10,000 workers work in this place. Yes. Now we turn this place into a creative hub. In fact, in Hong Kong, actually I'm from Hong Kong. Yes. In Hong Kong, like 40 years ago, most of the buildings are industrial buildings. Oh. In Hong Kong, we turn industrial buildings into commercial. In Hong Kong, we do it vertically. Yes. But in Cambodia, we do it horizontally. As you can see in the factories, it's like a huge horizontal factories. Yes, we do the same things as what we did in Hong Kong. We turn industrial area into commercial. In our commercial area, it's not just commercial. We don't want to do things too commercial. Yes. You can see, as you can see this place, this is a co-working space. In this area, like, there's a lot of startup companies, companies from US, from UK, and even some local startup companies, they all station here. Yes. Actually, in Cambodia, there are quite a lot of co-working space. But yes. Being a co-working space with this site, we are the biggest. The total land area is 7.8 hectares. For the factory areas, it's around 3.8 hectares. If compared with the biggest creative hub or art space in China, like say Beijing 798, we are almost 4 times bigger than Beijing 798. If compared with the Guangzhou red brick factories, almost 6 times bigger than them. And then compare with Hong Kong PMQ. PMQ is also another creative hub like this. I think infinity bigger than Hong Kong PMQ. Yes, this is a big, huge size of land. Yes. And then, yes, we turn it into the first puzzle, co-working space and regular office. And then we got more puzzles for the factories, not only just office. So we have art space, we have children cares, also we have urban village, our condominium project.
Yeah.
In fact, the main industry here are startup companies on internet technologies. So you can see in our hub, some of the tenants are doing research, like research statistics. On internet statistics, data mining, some marketing companies, they are all here. Artists like studio, photo shootings, also website branding companies. These are all very creative industries. They are all here. That's why when we do collaboration, they not just friends. In fact, the tenants here, they trade to each other as well. They do business to each other, not only co-workers. They're partners as well. They work here.
They enjoy the fun and food.
Actually, we are the biggest factories in Cambodia. Also, we are the global top 5 knitwear manufacturers in Cambodia. So we have been in Cambodia for almost 20 years, more than 23 years, 1996, yes. Yes, actually we're currently the largest factory. We got almost eight factories in Cambodia. So we have lots of network in here. So we drag our network to the factory. So in the factory, you can see there's a law firm, account firm, tax advisory firm, logistic firms, insurance firms, even microfinance firms, and some marketing companies, and data mining system companies. They are all stationed in the factory. Yes. So how it works is this is our co-working space. In fact, we got our regular office as well. So each week we have collaboration. So we have some events going on every week. For example, we have board game events, something like we're playing games. Yes. We will do some fitness together, like jogging. Yes. And then we also organize some SME forum. SME is small, medium enterprise forum. So we help them we teach them how to be a startupper, how to start up a company, how to be boss. Because in Cambodia, most of the people are not very familiar on how to be a boss. So we teach them how to be a boss. Yes. How to make your startup company grow bigger. So we have legal support, we have account support, we have insurance support, lots of different kind of support. We help stay in our co-working space. Yeah. So we provide support to them. What they need to focus on is just focus on their operation, their business only. So that's how it works. Mainly focus on business, because startup companies got lots of problems to solve. So for admin problems, let us to handle. For some legal or experience things, we give you experience, we give you legal support, accounting support. So this is how we help co-working space, how to help startup companies.
The concept of co-working space has been around for a long time and is more and more popular in Cambodia. How does factory develop its own business model compared to the world's largest co-working space, WeWork?
I think traditional regular office no longer be the mainstream in the future. Definitely, co-working space will be the future. Why? Because now when we're doing business, we are not talking about business between you and me. We are talking about doing business globally. So when we talk about globally collaboration, definitely you need ideas. So where are the ideas from? From your friends, from your co-workers, from your co-workers' mates. This is how it's going to be. So in my mind, I think definitely in the future, regular office will start to modify. And then a modified, I can't say exactly co-working space can replace regular office, but in the future, yes, there will be chemicals between co-working space and regular office. Co-working space will getting more and more shares in the market. So in fact, for co-working space, in my concept, especially in Cambodia, I don't think there will be a top ranking one or a no ranking one. The most top ranking, like in my mind, top ranking is not because of their decoration. Decoration is just the shell. So for the top co-working space, that in my mind is the one who can provide a glass house which can protect the startup people to start their business in their professions. So when I talk about like top co-working space, that should be a developer which can give support to the startup company. No matter it's in experience, in fun, also they should provide an ecosystem, an environment for them to learn how to be a boss. So, for example, a regular seminar shall be invite like some good CEO or a good famous boss to do some talk for those startup companies. So for us, we are also co-working space startup. So yes, we can't compare with WeWork, but of course, lots of concepts we learn from WeWork, and then WeWork definitely in the future will grow bigger as well. I can see, although they are making loss, but I think we are making profit. But yes, but two different models there, because we not only doing co-working space, we do also have property development project here. At the same time, we also have a child education process. For WeWork, we learn definitely we learn how to run a co-working space. So, but in Cambodia, it's a bit different. You cannot copy the whole model all the way from WeWork to here. So you can see in our co-working space, we got lots of small hubs. Why we want some private hubs is because in Cambodia, they still some of the startups they still want their own room. Yes, to avoid for security issue and something. So yes, we modify a little bit from the traditional co-working space business model. Yeah. Definitely, I mean, like, if based on some findings, most of the business, they sign the contract not in office. They sign contract can be in a bar, in a coffee shop. We see, in fact, we see lots of like smart people in Cambodia and hardworking people in Cambodia. What I see in the history, like most of the people after graduation, they work in a company. But why don't they think of like to be a boss? Yes, this is how to be a startupper. Like this is very common in no matter in US, in Hong Kong, even in China.
Yes.
Now you have more options. Not only work for an employer. Now you can be the employer. This is what I always want to help the local people here. Yes. In fact, we start to lease out our co-working. In fact, it's almost full house now for our co-working space. We have almost 80 tenants so far, and then now around 800 to 1,000 people working here. So we start our program like 6 months ago. So in just 6 months, we make a very good progress. Yes, that's why we want to do the ecosystem here. We help them, we support them. We also, if they work here, they also do business with those people inside the area. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
WeWork is a great model. I mean, like WeWork definitely, they are co-working space giant. Like they back up by SoftBank from Japan. They, in fact, I think they are one of the co-working space founder in the world.
Actually, Cambodians' co-working spaces provide a good opportunity for Cambodians to meet people from different fields, enable them to learn and communicate different business ideas from each other, and promote the entrepreneurial culture and opportunities. How does factory help these Cambodian young people with dreams?
Yes, for me personally, I did support quite a lot of startup companies in Hong Kong, also in Cambodia as well. So basically, when I hear someone who is willing to support those startup companies, I feel very happy because now, like especially in Cambodia, startup companies not being very supportive by some companies or fund. But in Hong Kong, in China, in US, like there's a huge amount of angel funds around. But in Cambodia, it's not that much. So yes, definitely, I'm happy to hear that someone willing to invest support startup companies. And then also, I'm one of the guys who support the startup companies in Cambodia. I mean, like their valuation is actually quite low. So I mean, like for me, I'm happy to invest because the market is very new. So if you like, no matter the operation costs, the salaries are quite low here. So if you invest in ASEAN's startup, it is a quite quite worthy, like value-worthy investment. So yeah, why not invest in ASEAN? You need to find a right location. Like Cambodia definitely is the best location for investing startup. Why? U.S. currency, no currencies barrier, no currency restrictions. So these three criteria definitely can make Cambodia be the
Factory is the largest co-working space in Phnom Penh right now, including co-working space, office, leisure spaces, gallery, street art, children's school, and the largest trampoline park. All of these make Factory stand out.
The main difference between our project from the other projects in Phnom Penh is the size of our land. We have nearly 8 hectares of the land. Apart from the biggest co-working space that we have in Phnom Penh, we also, adjacent to this co-working space and the creative hub of Phnom Penh, we have our condominiums, which is a very creative project. We have already launched phase 1 and it has already sold out, almost sold out. We have more than 800 units over there. And our phase 1, 2, 3, we have altogether over 4,000 units. So the people who work here, they can, apart from working here, they can also have a place to live. Yes. It's actually a place where people can live, they can work, and they can create. And the main idea is we want them to share, not only share their knowledge, their experiences, and also they have an eco-life system. They make businesses to each other, and after they work, they can leave out the kids in the Montessori school here. Montessori is also one of the very special education concept in Phnom Penh as well. It's very well known globally. Our condos, let me talk about our team. The background of our team is very international. If you see our condo design, they are very westernized. So our architect is from London, England, and our interior designer is from Australia. And what we want to create, we don't have a lot of bling blings, a lot of golden sticking on the walls, but we want to be practical while providing people a home which they can stay in a very reasonable size. The smallest size of our condominiums is 50 square meters and it is net area, and we want to do it in a net area rather than a gross area like compared to the many other condos in the market, because we want the users to be to be more honest and to know what they are buying. And our prices is now starting from 75,000 per condo, yes. And we have very flexible payment terms as well. So we want local to be able to afford to stay in a place where they can live, work, and play. Yes. Because we see a need of condominiums in the market, especially affordable condominiums. And we think that we want to provide local people as well a life and a better place to live. There are many projects in the market and condominiums as well. We saw it is very small, the decoration is not as what people need. So we want to provide what people want at a very affordable price for them to live in.
I came in Cambodia 6 years ago in 2013, and since then I've been working as a Montessori teacher. I think the factory is a new area just coming up recently. I have to be honest, I didn't know this area very well, and since I start working here I start to know. And I can see is an ongoing development, yeah. So, and it's a beautiful project.
Well, my name is Carlos Esteves. I'm from Mexico, and I'm the project manager here at Workspace One. Yes, so Workspace One, it is the largest co-working space. I don't think just of Phnom Penh. I think of Cambodia. It's the number of square meters is approximately 1,000 square meters. We have capacity in Workspace Central of 120 people, able to sit on fixed desk and hot desk. So what you see is our fixed desk and hot desk area. We are consolidating our list of companies here.
My name is Tony Francis. I'm the founder and owner of Kabat Arts. which is a collective of companies and projects designed to identify, support and promote the Cambodian urban art scene. That was about 2 years ago, and it was great to have the first international urban art gallery in Cambodia, but it wasn't enough. What we really needed was a much bigger playground, somewhere where we could not just promote the art, somewhere where we could dedicate time to training up artists, letting them work with other artists, giving them access to the correct facilities. So the very best bits of traditional Cambodian culture, Kabat, with international urban art, and hence we have Kabat.
So my name is G, and I'm one of the founders here at Fly Phnom Penh, which is made up of a group of other partners, and we're all activity freaks. Like, we love fitness and wellness, and we have traveled, and we think that there is definitely a gap in the market for these sort of activities, but the passion really is to create the happiest place in the kingdom, which is why we've built a very colorful, very fun space for everyone, and I mean for everybody, young, old, black, white, Asian, everybody.
The desk is an innovative and advanced local co-working space startup. The biggest difference from the other co-working spaces in Phnom Penh is the desk regards itself as a small and medium-sized business co-working space. Through the business model of the membership services, the desk provides members with services such as seminar, social activities, knowledge sharing, and expert community.
My name is Norith. I am a co-founder of the Desk Co-working Space. So when we talk about the co-working space, it refers to where you rent a space to work individually or collaboratively. So the co-working space is designed very special, to help our startup to navigate their business environment. It's also offering them the opportunity to collaborate, to engage or to connect with some potential business partner, or even they can purchase the service or the product from the other member in the co-working space as well. The desk is 100% owned by the local people, but of course we do have some partners and collaboration with the other co-working space in Singapore, in Malaysia and in Indonesia as well. The desk was founded in 2017, back to 2016. First location is about 500 square meter, and there are more than 20 private rooms, and there are 10 big team, therefore a group of 4 people. So totally we got around 30 clients in our space, which is about 100 people working in our co-working space. So our main service is to provide a private room, to provide open space for individual and team desk, and also we also offer some service like to rent the meeting rooms and also the event space as well. So after operating in the market for 2 years, we decided to expand to another location, which is more than 1,500 square meters in Phnom Penh area. We charge $60 per month for individuals, and we charge $200 per month for a group of people in the open space, and we charge in between $350 to $500 per month for people who rent in the private room. So all facility and utility in the co-working space are included in the price. So it's very convenient to them. They just bring the laptop and start working in our co-working space. Yes, sure. Currently, there are more than 10 co-working spaces in Cambodia. And as I can see, few of them are in Siem Reap. Some of the co-working space, they mainly focus on the private room, and some of the co-working space, they mainly focus on the open space. Mostly the open space is for the people who were in the early stage of the startup, and for the private room, mostly for the people who are in the SME. Even there's a lot of co-working space in Cambodia or in Phnom Penh, but you can see that we are located in different locations and we are function differently. Some co-working space, they really focus on the incubator or accelerator program. Some co-working space are the space maker, And some co-working space, they focus on building a community for foreigners. And some co-working space, they really focus on the SME. So the desk is one among of them who focus on the SME, because when you came here, you're gonna see a lot of private room, which is we target most of the people who are operating the business as the SME. As Cambodian is in the developing country in the regions, we see a lot of young people, they form up a team to run the business. And I believe that co-working place plays a very important role to benefit them, especially in the early stage of the startup. So the first co-working space is very affordable, which means they don't need to spend a lot of money to set up their business or to set up their business office. First, the co-working space is very affordable. So they don't need to spend their money to set up the office, or even they need to buy the furniture. And second, the co-working space offer them the opportunity to engage, to collaborate, or even connect to some people that can be their partner, business partner in the future. And the third one, they also can access to the capital raising opportunities, the mentor support, and also the network in the co-working space as well. As you can see right now, co-working space operator plays a very important role to facilitate between the large corporations and the medium corporation, and as well as with the startup, in order to create a new business ecosystem in our country. Our philosophy is to build a strong community of the business where we can share our resources and value to increase productivity of our member in the co-working space, because we want to bring their business to the next level.
Facing the changes from Cambodian co-working space market, the desk plans to expand its business, cooperate and develop with the co-working spaces in Malaysia and Singapore.
According to what I learned and went to visit the co-working space in the Singapore, I can see right now we almost build the same track like what they are doing right now. Because co-working space is not only the open space for the individual to work. I believe in order to build a new business ecosystem, there should be function between the large corporations and the co-working space operator. They play a role to facilitate between the large corporations and the medium enterprise and also the startup. So that's what I see. It happens in Malaysia and Singapore. So I want to take what I see in those co-working space to apply in what we are doing right now. So in the last 3 years, I could see there's many co-working space operators come to the markets, and most of them are the local people. Even those you see there's a lot of high-rise building in the cities, but I still believe that there's a big gap between those high-rise buildings and the local SME in our country. Why I said that? Because when you see a high-rise building, the space, the reason that I said that, because the space in the high-rise building are rented in between 100 to 200 square meters, or even they're gonna rent out the whole floor to the international or the large corporation, so which is not really target for the local people. That's why I also see 70 to 80% of the space occupied by the foreigner as well. So the size and the price of the co-working space is the right fit for the startup, especially in their first year of the operations. But I believe in the next 3 years, the office space will be developed like what I see in Singapore or in Malaysia. The co-working space stay in the Grade A building, which is combined between the large corporations, the medium enterprise, and also the startup. So I think the development of co-working space will keep increasing year by year according to based on the demand in the market of SME in Southeast Asia. Right now, we do not have any plan to cooperate with the other company or other co-working space in the regions because we want to expand our operation in the local first. But of course, maybe in the next 3 years after we got a strong operation, I believe that we're gonna join venture capital with the other co-working space in Malaysia or in Singapore in order to expand our operation.
Thanks for watching. Please stay tuned for the next episode. If you have any comments and ideas, please keep it posted via our official Facebook page Fortune Express and WeChat or call our hotline. See you.